I know, it's right. I can take it.
She can take it. Nice. If any homeless guy out there is wondering, she can take it. Homeless people need love too, Robin, alright? I was real nervous before coming up on stage. You know, I get really amped up. I like to go into the bathroom and I blow a line of Oreos off the toilet seat. Then I take the cream and I rub it on my gums for that extra bump of deliciousness. It usually goes over pretty good for me. This chord's kind of short. I'm hoping it's long enough for my brand of physical comedy, because I plan on dancing all over the place here tonight. As long as I'm in like a 5-foot radius, we should be okay. Ugh. So I've been traveling a lot lately, and I love, the airport, because I go through that full body scanner, and you brace yourself, you put your hands on the wall, and I look at the guy and I go, hey, enjoy the show. Which makes them uncomfortable. So then they go for the pat down, and then it gets really uncomfortable. So as he's patting me down, I'm like, oh yeah, right there. Somehow they let me through every single time. And when they're boarding the plane, I like to be the last guy on the plane, because I like that awkwardness as I get on. And I just walk slowly. I'm like, who's the lucky winner? Who's the lucky winner? Who's gonna sit next to me? Is it you? No, it's not you. Is he? Oh, wait, no. I'm just joking. I always buy 2 seats because I'm not a dick, and the airline makes me. But I'm very defensive over my fat seat. There's 2 ways I approach it. I'll still sit right next to the person, like in the middle seat, and I'll just look at him. I'll be like, it's gonna be an awkward flight, let me tell you. I'm kind of a snuggler, okay? And if I just start screaming in the middle of the flight, just let it go, all right? It just happens. Or I leave the seat open for hopes that they put something in that seat, and then I freak out. I go, hey, that's for my extra fat. All right, you don't put your magazine there, all right? I didn't buy that seat for you to put your magazine on it, all right? Very defensive over my seat. I was at a hotel, and I'm waiting for the elevator, and you ever hear, like, oh, I met the dumbest person ever. I met that lady. I'm waiting for the elevator, and this lady walks up to me, and she goes, does the elevator stop on this floor? And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. She goes, and she walks away. I'm like, really? And the door opens, I get on, and I take off. I run into her the next day as I'm waiting for the elevator again. The maintenance guy's vacuuming the floor. And she's like, hey, does he work here? I'm like, really? No, he's actually the guy next door. He's kind of a neat freak. And he just found the vacuum, he just started going for it. And as I said that, the elevator doors open. And she goes, oh, well, that's what I wanted to talk to them about. Because I was wondering why the elevator didn't stop on this floor. And I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, they fixed it yesterday, apparently, so we should be all set. I'm like, that's the woman you gotta marry. You could tell her anything, and it would work. And they're like, yeah, honey, I was late coming home, and I smell like strippers and beer because I got kidnapped by aliens. She's like, really? Yes, that's what happened. I went down to the Jersey Shore recently, a couple weeks ago, and we were right next to the house with those fucking Italian assholes at it, and I saw the situation, and I saw him, I was all excited, I was like, hey, I got a fucking situation too, buddy! And he looked at me, he was a little like, oh my god. And I was like, yeah, what's up? It's right here, here's the situation. Got me all jacked up. But down there, the greatest thing ever, deep fried Oreos. Oh, right? Deep fried. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Deep fried Oreos. Like, nipples hard right now. Look at that. I'm like, giving that to a fat guy is like showing heroin to a crack addict. Oh my God, like, I'd be wandering around the fucking Keebler Forest, fucking blowing fucking elves, trying to get my next fix, walking out with a milk mustache. Oh, unbelievable. So good. I have been working out, actually. I've lost some good weight, and believe it or not, this is a work in progress, all right? And I'll tell you, gaining weight was way more fun than losing weight. Because gaining weight involved a lot of beer, chicken wings, Denny's at like 3 in the morning. Working out's like sweat and like pain and like healthy food, like going to bed early and shit. It sucks. I do a lot of classes. Like I do Zumba. It's like a Latin dance, and I rock it, you know. I'm doing my thing. I like to hang out in the back row, and a lot of people give me shit for it, but it's me and 35 ladies in yoga pants. I ain't no fool. The lady's like, move up. I was like, fuck you, why would I move up? I have a shirt, actually, that says back row perv, and I hang out in the back row, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm working it, don't worry about me. I do yoga. You know, I do the, you know, the warrior one, downward facing dog, face down, ass up. That's the way I like to fuck. You know, I do all those positions. Try to limber up a little bit, you know. Trying new things. Actually, I hiked a mountain, you know, and it was an accomplishment. It was 2.5 miles up this trail, and so I'm going. I have my dog with me. Not because, like, if anything happened, that freaking idiot would not save me like Lassie at all. Mainly it'd be so I had something to die with me. And I'm hiking, and I come across this tree that's across the trail. But it's just high enough that, like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm not going over that. There's, like, broken branches sticking up, and I'm seeing those going in places where I didn't want those to go. But it was also low enough where I couldn't comfortably bend over and do it. So I did a bear crawl like my trainer taught me to do. I got under it, I was like, yes! Fuck, I felt accomplished. And I kept hiking. And I made it to the top, 2.5 miles. There's a beautiful waterfall. Amazing. The only problem with climbing 2.5 miles up to a picturesque waterfall as a fat guy, you have to walk 2.5 miles back. All right, they don't tell you that, do they? At this point, I'm dead. It's like 6 hours. I'm going. I'm covered in sweat. I get to that tree again. I said, fuck it. I just laid down and I rolled under it. I get back up. I get to the road. And it's a dirt road, and I'm looking at it. It's a ½ mile to my car. And it says gradual hill. And I think about it again. Could I roll to my car? It's only a ½ mile, right? But I was covered in sweat. So I'm like, I'd look like a fucking powdered donut if I did that. So I actually walked and I made it. And I felt pretty good about it. I work with a personal trainer, and he brought us down to the big boy room where all the guys are. And before he brings us down there, he goes, hey, no gay shit. And I was like, is it gay just because when I lift weights, I exude like, 25 pounds, man, come on. Is it gay that when I get off a machine, I slap people on the ass and tell them good game? Maybe just a little. But I go down there, and like, most of the guys are like they're holding a fucking barrel that they can't put down. I'm like, how do I get to that point? Where like they just set up the weight machine, they don't have to do anything? I'm like, I want that. I'm like, oh, it looks good. It looks good right here. I don't have to lift that. I know that looks good right here, you know? The fucking gun show and shit. People ask me, like, what do you want to do when you lose weight? So, you know, I try to give them a noble answer, like, I don't know, like, do more charity work and, you know, fucking live life to the fullest. I actually just want to cause mischief. Because, like, I'm not like Waldo, okay? I stick out in a fucking crowd. So anytime I do something, they're like, oh, he's right there. But I just want to be like normal. Every day I can smash a fucking window. And people are like, who did it? What's that average looking guy? I'm like, that's my dream. Like, you guys don't realize that you can do that. Smash some fucking windows. Like Robin's car. Just smash it. Huh?
What?
What?
Huh?
What? Stop sexting over there, Robin. I'm not answering it this time. Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
I was done. I was gonna bring you back up.
Oh, okay. No, okay.
Huh?
Yeah?
What? Robin Bornstein, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, like I want to touch the mic after you handled it. Mike Laplante, I love that guy.